BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day today. We're gonna talk about some things. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to do a thing. Give me 1 second. Doing a thing over here. It's a long story. I might jump off right here that I have the thing sitting on. It's not necessarily as level as I would like it to be. We got a lot to talk about today. I want to be clear on that. All right. We got a lot to talk about. I want to say a couple of things. First of all, happy birthday to me. Today is my birthday. Shout out to that shit. I am not going to tell you how old I am. I have enough people online that are constantly trying to age shame me, apparently. I want to say something real quick since this is my birthday. I'm going to BS for a minute before we get to the show. I want to say something, apparently. So you know that I'm constantly getting age shamed. Like constantly. But if you go look at people who are actually my age, I promise you they're not in the type of shape I'm in. The majority. You understand what I'm saying? So when people be trying to age shame me or whatever, I'm generally sitting there like, yeah, but your pops is like 5 years younger than me and has terrible health. That's what I be thinking. In any regard, shout out to everybody. Thank you for everybody that's pulling up to us today, that's coming to hang out. Yes, today is my birthday. If you would like to help us celebrate my birthday, you could always pull up to the Cash App. Somebody could drop that in the comment section at any point, or you could pull up to the Super Chat and or PayPal. You could just be like, yo, Jack, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate what you're doing over here. I want to show some of my appreciations, especially on your birthday. I'm just going to do roll call right now. Shout out to Brian in Washington. Salute. He says happy birthday, Frost, for sure. Shout out to Young LA. He says happy birthday, my brother. Salute. He says the truth, not your truth. Peace. I mean, yeah, the truth, not your truth. Peace. Happy born strong. Appreciate you. Brandon Washington said it's the salt and pepper beard. I mean, I did a little bit something to it. Well, no, I think it's just that people just be mad at me. So, they just be mad at me, fam. I get what you're saying, though. But no, they just be mad at me. I haven't actually did anything. I mean, I don't get it, to be honest with you. But no, people just be mad at me. I don't actually know why either. Like, they never tell me. So I'm always assuming it's not I don't know. Just being honest with you. Shout out to KJ from the mob. He said happy birthday. So, as you have probably looked and saw, we will be talking about, appreciate you, Arthur D. Glass. Today is my birthday today. If anybody want to pull up to the Cash App, it just got pinned. So today we are going to be talking about Derek Chauvin, kinda. And today I wanted to mention something about Megan Thee Stallion, kinda. And also, obviously, I absolutely still want to talk about Hassan Campbell, absolutely. But before we get to that, I got something I want to say. So did y'all see, what up, J.A.? Did y'all see that 10 Toes Down? I'm not sure who the content creator that he ran up on is. I'm not 100% sure who it is. But did y'all see that 10 Toes Down ran up on some kind of content creator that was on the internet talking crazy? I want to say something. This happened across the street from Bronx River. That was Maine the Milkman. Shout out to Charisma. How you doing today? That was across the street from Bronx River. I want to say something. And I know people think I just be talking shit. But you know how I keep saying, if these content creators was moving certain ways and they was trying to go to the Bronx doing some of this shit, niggas, this just wouldn't be going on, fam. No, I keep saying that. And I get the feeling people feel like I'm just talking crap because I'm from the Bronx. So I'm always trying to make the Bronx look away. Fam, this is not cat. We don't do all of this internet shit. We don't want to argue with you over the internet. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we really don't want to do that. Did you see what happened when Whack 100 tried to come to the Bronx? Did y'all see what happened? That nigga had to call the police and everybody. He couldn't come to the Bronx. Not even to give out shit for free. I need for people to understand this. I am not in no way putting down anywhere. I'm not in no way putting down anyone from anywhere. But we should not be on the internet talking crazy about one another. Now, I've been saying this for the longest. This isn't me just saying this now. J.A. says, I think a lot of guys forgot about what happened to Zach TV. Rest in peace to Zach TV. Zach TV was doing something different. Zach TV was out there trying to solve crimes. That's not our job. I'm not here to solve any crimes. I'm not here to help the police. I'm not here to do any of that. Now, you let the police be doing something in my neighborhood, and I could get involved into that, and I could help the kids in some way or help the neighborhood in some way. Hell yeah, let's go. How you going to consider yourself a community leader and you can't even get together with the police and do an activity? I need for somebody to explain this to me. How can you consider yourself a community leader if you can't even get together with the police and do something for the community? So a lot of these guys just be capping. All right? I just want to be clear on that. I'm not shooting at nobody. I just want to be clear about that. So let me finish what I'm saying real quick. So 10 toes down, run up on dude who was on the internet talking about what he gonna do to him. If y'all know me, I don't get on the internet and talk about what I'm gonna do to anybody. If I ever slip up, believe me, it's an accident. I don't do that. That's not our energy. Remember, we got a person that pulls up in our chat all the time that keeps saying, you saw me the other day, you didn't do nothing. I don't have no... Fam, you're the one with the problem. You're trying to create a problem with me. Who's paying you? I'm not the one with the problem. I'm the one trying to live my life. If I let every single person that decides they just woke up today and they want to start a vendetta with me and have an issue with me, so they're going to come create a problem so we can go back and forth. If I fell into every single individual that did that, I would never have time for myself. I would never have time for God. I would never have time for anything. I can't even go outside, fam. They be in front of my house reading a book waiting for me to leave sometimes. They usually be parked in the cars outside. That's how they do it. But every once in a while, they can't get the cars in here now because the freaking security got beefed up. So now they got to put people outside standing around. Saw a dude outside my house the other day. I came outside. He just reading a book like this. He see me close his book, turn around, picked up his phone. Y'all was with me. I was telling y'all we was on live. Bananas. In any regard. I am not an advocate for having content creators walk up on other content creators and try to create a situation. We got to do better than that. During 10 Toes rant, he was basically saying to the dude, during 10 Toes rant, he was busy saying to the dude that we got to come together when he was yelling at homeboy. I need for y'all to understand, there is no coming together with a lot of people that's a part of, that's us. There is no coming together. All right? Stop trying to get people who don't want to hear God. Stop trying to convince them to try to talk to God. They don't want to hear him. They're on whatever they on, fam. There's people out here that want to speak with God. There's people out here that want to be in God's presence. Those are the people that Jesus has sent for. Jesus wasn't sent for the people that didn't want to be a part of what Jesus wasn't sent for everybody. Jesus was sent for the sheep. If Jesus was sent for everybody, they wouldn't say that he was sent for the sheep. There wouldn't be a distinction. That's why y'all brothers got to stop calling yourselves wolves. That's why y'all brothers got to stop calling yourselves goats. There's a distinction made. Sheep. That means that there's people that Jesus was not sent for. So stop trying to get everybody to see what you're doing. Sometimes I got to tell myself that because my heart too big. Shout out to the Art of D Glass. He says, when you then run up on them and give them that energy, then they make you in the wrong. I want to explain to y'all something that happened to me the other day while we're still on this conversation before we move all the way over to Hassan, Campbell, and Derek Chauvin. I want to explain to y'all something. One of the things that I'm currently going through is that they constantly have people coming up to me faking like I did something to them and then trying to engage in a physical action with me. Let me tell you what happened when I was at the store going to get coffee the other day. I was in front of the train over here, Stillwell. So I go to the store, right? So what they've been doing to me is whenever they see me outside, they send homeless people up to me to come ask me for money. Y'all see them do it on the live sometimes. You understand? So they send homeless people up to me. They send junkies up to me, anything to just come up to me and try to aggravate me. You understand what I'm saying? So they send the dude in the store. Before I explain this, when I was walking to the store, you know the dude that they had in front of the store the other day smoking weed that I showed y'all? And I was like, they paid the nigga before he did the thing he was supposed to go do. So now he's busy smoking the fucking drugs where all of the in the middle of the day, where all of the kids and the old ladies and the mothers and everybody else is passing through. Remember, I was telling y'all about that. We was on a live. I was pissed off. Anyway, so I go to the store. That dude is standing in front of the store where I would generally get a bacon, egg, and cheese from. He's just standing in front of the store. So I'm like, you know what? I don't even want a bacon, egg, and cheese this morning anyway, right? Beef, bacon, egg, and cheese. I don't even want one. So I walk to the next store to just go get a coffee, and then I'm going to get a pastry, and I'm going to go home. When I walk into the store and I go to the back, there's a dude in the back that was there the prior day when there was a different situation. And I went up to him and I apologized. Like, I'm sorry that these things happen. I got the people that follow me around. So everywhere I go, there's a situation. I'm my apologies for what happened in your store the other day. I do a lot of apologizing in stores. You just couldn't even imagine. So when I'm doing that, a homeless dude comes in the store and just he skips past like 3 or 4 people and comes to the dude that is almost the closest to me and starts asking for change. So I go to the guy and I say, look, watch this dude. He's gonna come ask me for change because they sent him in here because that's what me and him was talking about. So eventually the dude starts saying, nobody came in here to see. I said, all right, my fault, yo. That's it, right? My fault. My apologies, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, y'all see me do that before. In any regard, at some point, the dude goes back outside the store, right? That's why I think they be wearing body cams. You see the guy coming here, his name is Body Cam 9695. I think they be sending the people after me wearing the body cams, trying to create a situation with me so they could get me on camera. So hold on. So the dude comes back, goes out of the store, right? So I'm standing there and I'm talking to the dude over here. So the guy came to walk up behind me. After the fact, now I think I realized what he was trying to do. But in the moment, I just turned around. Like, I just turned around. I didn't do anything. Like, I promise you, I didn't do anything. I promise you. I just turned around like this, and the guy just jumped. And then he said, why are you flinching at me? And I said, what are you talking about? So he was just trying to create a situation. Oh, that's you, Brooklyn NASDAQ? Salute. Appreciate you. Copy. So he was just trying to create a situation with me. So he was just like, my fault, my apologies, my brother. So he was trying to create a situation with me. He was just like, why are you flinching at me? Nigga, you tried to bump into me. But I turned around right before you bumped into me and I scared you. That's what happened. You tried to catch me by surprise, and for whatever the reason is, you couldn't. And you thought that you had me. So the people that sent you, you then now had to create a different situation because you tried to bump into me and then tried to make it like what you doing standing there or some shit. But I turned around right before you made contact with me. See, if you wasn't trying to bump into me, you wouldn't have really been startled. It would have just been me turning around and you would have just moved out the way. Because that's how we walk, knowing that when we're going to get close to somebody and we don't want to make contact with them, our brain automatically puts us in the position where when they start moving, we also start moving. That's why some people play basketball better than others, because some people are more adept to this, or whatever sport, insert. So when I turned around and he got startled because I believe he was planning on bumping into me. You understand? In any regard. So the guy standing there trying to tell me, what, you want to fight? No, I don't want to fight you. Why do I want to fight you, fam? You came in the store trying to pick a fight with me. No, I don't want to fight you. I don't care how much smaller you are than me. I don't care if you're a woman. I don't care about none of that. Get the fuck. None of this matters. People are weird. So I say all that to say this. 10 Toes Down ran up on, y'all said it was, let me go get this name real quick. Maine the Milkman. And I want to say this and I want to be clear about this. All of you dudes that spend all of y'all time on the internet cursing other people out and talking shit about other people and doing all of that craziness, right? All of you dudes, absolutely every last one of you, you need to conduct yourself in a better manner. You have a whole community. I don't know how large it is. I don't know how small it is, but you got at least one person that believes in you. Why don't you try to send them towards creation rather than destruction? Why you gotta hate your brother for? You got too much brotherly hate. It's just too much, man. With that being said, I just rambled on for a dumb long time about some other shit. Let's get to the actual video. Derek Chauvin, Derek Chauvin attacked in jail. Now, there's a couple of things I want to say real quick, and then I want to move on to another topic. But the main thing that I want to discuss and the main thing that I wanted to say about this is I'm seeing a lot of people talking about the individual that shot Zimmerman. I hear everybody talking about the Zimmerman dude, right? Nothing happened to Zimmerman, yada yada, this and this and that. I need for y'all to understand that when the situation happened with Zimmerman, right? There was people that jumped up to protect Zimmerman. When the shit happened with Derek Chauvin, he did something that was so reprehensible on camera, also reminded. And it was also picked up and created into a movement that, you know, even years later helped Biden get elected. So what I need for you to understand and take total understanding about what happened with Derek Chauvin in contrast with what's happened to somebody else that we might not like or you might not like and that got away with a crime is the first, black people get away with crimes all the time and innocent people get sent to jail, often other innocent black people, just so we can be clear. And even more importantly, we don't even know who attacked them or why. Can we stop acting like Derek Chauvin is probably like a terrible person? When we was hearing descriptions of him other than the situation and outside of his workplace, they were all descriptions of a person who is not a good individual. He might have got stabbed for any old reason. That's one. Two, please stop celebrating when bad things happen to people, even if you believe those people deserve it. You know how often we be over here and I talk about judgment, and you will be committing the same sin someone else is committing, but then you will hold judgment on them and pass judgment on them, pardon me, due to the way that they are committing that sin, while you yourself is also committing the same sin, just in a different variation. We talk about that sometimes. So please stop being happy when somebody meets their downfall. Stop saying that person deserves it. Good for them. Because you might be committing the same sin, just in a different capacity, just in a different way, just using a different mechanism, just with different ingredients. I think that's Romans 2, right? What up, Denise Infinite Travels? Brandon Washington said Isaiah 46 chapter 46, verse 4, even to old age. Let's see what that say real quick. The reason why the show is not a little bit earlier is because we were actually gonna go outside. And what happened was I didn't know what time the game was. So apparently we do have a game today. I'm going to be going to the game, by the way. And the dope thing is the game is in my old neighborhood. That's interesting. Shit. I know what park it is. That's in my old neighborhood. Shout out to Young OG. Said happy birthday. Appreciate you. Let's see what this is real quick. I'm trying to get off of this. Okay, boom. Let's get to King James Version. And you wanted 46:4, right? Chapter 46, line 4. And even to your old age, I am he. And even to and even to your old age, I am he. And even to whore hairs, I will carry you. I have made and I will bear. Even I will carry and I will deliver you. We're going to read the whole jump off. This is Gods of Babylon, by the way. This is Isaiah chapter 46. Bel boweth down, Nebo stoopeth. Their idols were upon the beasts and upon the cattle. Your carriages were heavy loading. They were burdened to the weary beasts. They stoop. They bow down together. They could not deliver the burden, but themselves are gone into captivity. Hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel, which are born by me from the belly, which are carried from the womb, and even to your old age, I am he, and even the whore hairs I will carry you. I have made, and I will bear, even I will carry, and will deliver you. To whom will ye liken me, and make me equal, and compare me, that we may be like? They lavish gold out of the bag and weigh silver in the abundance, and hire a goldsmith. He maketh it a god. They fall down, yeah. They worship. They bear him upon the shoulder. They carry him, and they set him in his place, and he shall standeth. Pardon me. And he standeth. From this place shall he not remove. Yeah, one shall cry upon him, yet cannot answer, nor save him out of his trouble. Remember this, and shew yourselves, men. Bring it together to mind, O ye transgressors. Remember the former things, remember the foreign things of old. For I am God, and there is none else. I am God, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, and from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Calling a ravenous bird from the east, the man that executeth my counsel from a far country. Yeah, I have spoken it. I will also bring it to pass. I have purposed it. I will also do it. Hearken unto me, ye stout-hearted, that are far from righteousness. I bring near my righteousness. I shall not be far off, and my salvation shall not tarry, and I will not place salvation in Zion from Israel, my glory. Pardon me. And I will place salvation in Zion for Israel, my glory. Real quick, amen. Real quick, I want to say something for everybody that don't know. In the beginning of that stanza, in the beginning of that, you heard him speak about Jacob. Jacob had his name turned to Israel after he had tussled with the Lord from like all night. They were fighting, and the Lord wanted him to let him go, and he would not let him go. His heart was too much. He wouldn't let him go. So he tussled with the Lord all night. And then what ended up happening was the Lord then bestowed upon his lineage, he made a covenant with Jacob, and he turned his name into Israel, and said that basically all the lineage of Israel is now, his people, basically. You understand? That actually says a lot that happened, meaning that before then, also, I don't really want to discuss lineage at this point, but there's a reason why he had to tussle with Jacob. All of this is connected to things which was said before. When you go through the lineage, you find out all of these people are related in any regard. So that means that being related to people matter. The lineage you are matters. Your bloodline matters. Do you notice that in the early 90s, in the mid 90s, they started doing all of that, trying to find out who you were related to? Send your blood here. We're going to tell you your lineage and all of these other things. As soon as they started doing that, the first thing I thought is that they're looking for somebody. So I don't think any of us should do that. I don't want to find out who my ancient ancestors are, because who is even to say they're telling you the truth when they come back with the information? You feel me? So lineage matters. Hip Hop News on the Spot said, and he will keep his promises, but we have to do our part in Jesus' name. Amen. That's a fact. Keeps all of his promises. Thank you. Appreciate you. I think me not being Christian, a Christian, confuses people often because they hear the things that I say. But I don't speak from any religion ever. Just so we could be clear. I believe in having a relationship with the Most High, not having a relationship with the religion. That's why I thought it was absolutely bananas when that dude was out there that day with us telling us about all of the religions that he was being a part of. So you don't even understand faith. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh, that was a good reading. Appreciate you. Let's get back to what we're talking about. The Big 56. What up, Tunes? So get back to what we're talking about. I want to say something. I want to be clear about this. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding, no misgivings. I am not going to stand here and celebrate that this Derek Chauvin got hurt. And I don't think that you should either. I think that we have to start having the practice of not celebrating when something bad happens to somebody that we don't particularly care for. Remember, we hate the sin, not the sinner. So there's people that are hurting the community way more than Derek Chauvin have. And they're black, just like us. All right. There's people that's helping the community, and they're black, just like us. So this isn't me going at black people. I want to be clear about that. Right. But what I'm saying is this: we have to talk good things. We have to do good energy. We have to stay away from negativity. When we start thinking something negative, we are supposed to change our thoughts and actively participate in positive thinking. I want you to think about that the next time, something is upsetting you. If you have no control over it, you shouldn't allow for it to upset you. That's just something that's outside of your control. There's no way that you could affect it. And I think that we need to think about that more. Like me, myself, specifically with the stalking. I can't control the stalking. I think I'm a lot more at peace with it now because I understand it's just something that's going to happen. Like forever, there's nothing I can do about it. So it is what it is. I stay inside. I don't go outside. They can't stalk me. I just got to make sure I have everything I need in the crib. That's it. Have everything I need in the crib, but I'm going to go outside. I can't get stalked. Boom. Problem solved. Can we talk about Meg Thee Stallion for a moment? I want to say something about Meg Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion, I found this absolutely hilarious, just so we could be clear. So Megan Thee Stallion has come forward, and what she says is that now, shout out to the Coney Island Sharks. We got a game today. Megan Thee Stallion has come forward, and what she basically said is that now she's gonna stop dating for a little while or something like that, because men apparently. I want to say something, and I want to be clear on this, right? I think, bear with me now. I think that during the movement that happened in the 1970s, when they came to our women and told our women, you want to be independent, right? I think the thing that they actually did was convince our women to not have accountability. The reason why I say this is because when I hear about, like, even when I hear about like things that my grandmother did or things that, my great aunt did, growing up, and like whenever, I did hear about something, it was always about accountability. Them holding themselves accountable, them holding their men accountable, them holding the children accountable. So everybody grew up with accountability. I think a big part of that whole being independent thing that I think that we are just something I've been focusing on recently is the lack of accountability that the mindset entails. That every time something happens, it was somebody else's fault. I didn't do anything wrong. So Megan Thee Stallion is basically, from what I heard, first she's pissed off or she's making jokes because she's saying everybody's in her business concerned with who she sleeps with. If I can be perfectly honest, you wouldn't have a career if people wasn't concerned with who you sleep with. You literally have a career because people care about who you sleep with. You're not making raps like dynamic. You're not doing poetry. You're saying you're easy. You're saying as long as a dude got some money, you'll do whatever he want to do. You'll sleep with him. You're saying no matter how good a man is, if he don't have bread, then you don't got no time for him. That's what you're saying. But also, you have your own. And when you get with this man that has, he still has to pay for everything. And also, if you have a female friend and she's sleeping with somebody and you want to sleep with him, you're going to bang the dude. So every single thing that Meg Thee Stallion says, as far as I can tell, is just being a whore. If I'm wrong about this, put it in the chat. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, what the hell do I know? So I find it extremely hilarious that now she's basically saying she's going to stop being a whore. And she's also upset that the public looks at her and sees a whore. Could y'all name or put a rapper in the chat right now, a female rapper in the chat that you do not think is a whore? Put the name in the chat. I'm curious. Name me a female rapper right now that you don't think is a whore. Let's just end all of this right now. In all of this theory that women aren't getting the respect that they deserve. Name me a female rapper who is, just so we could be clear, commercial. She's known. She's not, don't name me some rapper that sold 100 albums. I'm talking about somebody that's, in the mix, and she's not a whore. She doesn't put off whore energy. She doesn't put off whore vibes or anything. Name me one that's currently making music. Obviously, the women from the 90s didn't give off that vibe to the most part. If we're going to talk about rappers from the 90s, I can name a couple. Lauryn Hill, like I can name a couple. We talk about Queen Latifah. You want to talk about rap? I can name a couple. I'm talking about now. Shout out to Flower Bloom. How you doing? Hope everything is going well with you and yours. Name me one. I'm here. I'm listening. You had to go all the way back to the 90s, fam. Name me a rapper right now who's a female rapper. You think Rhapsody is mainstream? No, Nicki definitely makes music like she's a whore. She's just extremely talented and probably the best rapper. You ever heard her song Anaconda? She just did a song Barbie. Rhapsody, not mainstream. Thank you, Tunes. Come on, name me one. I think I'm being fair. Name me a female rapper who makes music now in the mainstream, not a whore. Don't make music like she is a whore. You do understand that I'm basically saying that our women idolize whores, right? Just like our black men idolize gangsters and pimps, right? Do understand what I'm saying, right? I don't know if I was being clear. Also, um, I am a big fan of Ice Spice, and I just want to say that. So once again, I am not judging anyone. I'm just explaining a situation. I'm You could consider me part of the problem. I don't listen to the girl music, but I'm telling you right now, if she comes across my feed, I'm watching it. I have no idea who that person is, Flower Bloom. So I doubt they're mainstream. I'm gonna Google that person while you're talking about it. I have no idea who that person is. So I doubt they're mainstream. Is that fair? Because I'm asking for mainstream. Yeah, I don't know her. She's nice. Just because she did music with this rapper and that rapper, that don't make her mainstream, fam. I'm not trying to say I get it, but that don't make who here thinks that this artist is mainstream besides Flower Bloom? Because when I say a thing, it don't matter. It's gonna say I'm just trying not to. Who here thinks this artist is mainstream? I'm literally making the point that unless you are a whore and making whore music, you cannot be mainstream. Yeah, so that's all I was saying. I'm asking for a mainstream artist. I'm pretty sure she's dope. I'm not even questioning the music. I'm not even questioning the music of these artists that's making whore music. I'm not even talking about the quality. If you notice, I'm not talking about the quality of anyone's music. I'm talking about the content. With all due respect. What up, contrarian? Yeah, so I'm talking about the content. I'm not talking about the quality. Um, I do not think Ice Spice music is good at all. I'm just being honest with you. But she got people cloning her. So what the hell do I know? She's fine, fam. Damn near the finest thing I've seen in a long time. So it's like, what are you gonna do? It's like, what are you gonna do, fam? Like, what are you gonna do? I don't know what to tell you. She's fine. I'm about to look at her right now. Fam, she's just fine, fam. Like, sheesh. Also, when I was a little kid, I had a crush on two people I'm gonna tell you I had a crush on. So, and they both were redhead girls, or gingers or whatever. It was what's the name? Shirley Temple. I had a crush on Shirley Temple. My daughter came out looking like Shirley Temple. I had a crush on Shirley Temple, and I had a crush on Annie. I can't tell if Shirley Temple was red hair. It was black and white movies. And don't say I like the little kid. When I was watching those shows, she was older than me. She was older than me in quite a few of those shows while I was watching them. I grew up on a lot of black and white movies. I like black and white movies. Just want to say that, all right? Suzanne Summers, she was all right looking. I think, all right, so we got to have this discussion. I think the idea that she was a blonde on that show, they gave the idea that she was supposed to be, she was an all right looking woman. Let's not act like she wasn't. I liked Homegirl though. I liked Janet. So I liked Janet more than I liked her or Chrissy. I like Janet. I like the brunette, short brunette that looked like she had the fat butt. I like Janet. I'm just being honest with you. I like Janet. I like Velma. She looks smart. I don't know what to tell you. She looks smart. Like that's like she looks smart, fam. I don't know what to tell you. You pick a show. If they got a smart looking chick on there that's cute, I probably like her. Shout out to Andrew Daly. Said Charlie Baltimore was kind of sexy to me. I never liked Charlie Baltimore at all. I'm not trying to shoot at you. Yes, I like smart girls. I like girls. I love girls with glasses. I'm just being honest with you. I love them chicks with them dead glasses on them. You can keep them on also. I just want to say that. I love the glasses. What are you talking about? I like girls that look smart, fam. I'm not even gonna cap. And dark haired girls. I like brown haired girls. I'm not gonna lie. Brown haired girls. They ain't nothing wrong with them. That's why I keep trying to tell you. I find it crazy when somebody say they like one kind of a girl over another, like look or aesthetic. Like, I mean, all like every kind of female has the attractive ones or the ones that fit your aesthetic qualities. Like I'm pretty sure there's brown haired girls that I wouldn't think was attractive. Just like I'm pretty sure that there's brown haired girls I think you knock out gorgeous. You understand what I'm saying? It still depends on the individual, and often, like especially with me, it depends on the energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I've come across a lot of females that are aesthetically attractive, but they souls is just looking at them like I don't want that. I don't really want to. I don't necessarily want to hold your hand. Then you know what I'm saying? Like demons could transfer, energy could transfer. I don't even necessarily want to hold your hand. Yeah, Velma is Velma. Why did they F her up? Please stop giving that damn girl. Who's the chick that did the Velma show on Netflix or whatever that was on HBO Max or whatever? Please stop giving that girl opportunities to make programs. All they want to do is make everything. I'm gonna explain something. Can we have this conversation? Can we talk about movies and television for one day? It's my birthday. I want to talk about stuff. I want to say something real quick. I want to say something real quick, and I want to be clear on this. Women don't support women's products. Women outnumber men. If women decided to watch the WNBA, their numbers would be better than the NBA's numbers. Do you remember when they almost made women's boxing a thing? Do y'all remember who Christy Martin was? Christy Martin was the female Mike Tyson. That's what they used to call her. She used to fight on Mike Tyson's undercards often. Now, I want to just explain something to you. Why do you think that she didn't blow? She was knocking broads out right and left. She had exciting fights. And I'm bringing her up for a great point. It's because, generally speaking, men don't want to watch women beat up each other. That's not something that men, maybe boys, but that's not something that men look forward to. Layla Ali, why was her career able to be what it was? Because she was attractive. Christy Martin wasn't. So men would watch Layla Ali. She would be able to pull numbers. Why? Because she was actually attractive. If y'all want men to watch women do anything, I'm not saying make it sexy. If that was so, lingerie football would take off. What I'm saying is make it appealing. Now, when we hear these rappers, female rappers, talking about what they're talking about, and they leaning so far into the sexuality, the problem isn't that they're leaning so far into the sexuality, it's that they're talking about it like they're men. Go listen to Aaliyah. And I said all that because I wanted to make a point. I forgot homegirl's name. That is the brains behind Velma. But what they were trying to do was this. They're not using Hollywood and television to tell stories anymore. They're primarily to push an agenda. So what will happen is there's some agency or some people out there somewhere or some person or some group or I don't know what you want to call it, group of people, and they want to push an agenda. And so you might have a project, but even though the project is trash and they know that the project is bad, they don't care, because even if the project don't make money, they could just write it off on taxes. That's why these big movie companies sometimes put out the big bus. They'll put out a movie that they cost them $250 to make, and it's a whole bust. No, they did it on purpose. Now they get to write that off on taxes. If you don't get to write anything off on taxes, you end up paying more money in taxes. You get it? Anyway, in any regard. So they get these people to make these movies or television shows, and it has nothing to do with quality. It has everything to do with pushing an agenda. I'm going to tell you the main reason why I couldn't watch the show. No actual Scooby-Doo. How in the hell do you have a Scooby-Doo show with no Scooby-Doo? Second reason, they made Shaggy black. Third reason, they made Fred weak and powerless. If that wasn't an agenda, I don't know what to tell you is. Maybe if y'all make female content to make it good instead of make it to push an agenda. Shout out to D Candyman. Shout out to Tada. Does it make sense? And that's why Miss Marvel sucks. I didn't see the movie, but Captain Marvel sucked. Also, for everybody that don't know, Captain Marvel wasn't even really that popular in comic books when she first came out. She also had a son by her son, apparently. In the comic books, Captain Marvel has a son by her own son. So I have no idea why they even wanted to develop this character for live action so badly. Just saying. In any regard, how's everybody doing today? What y'all want to talk about? Put it into the chat. If anybody would like to pull up to the Cash App today, we would definitely appreciate it. Today is my birthday, November 25th. Would definitely appreciate anybody pulling up. I was thinking about going downtown I was told that there was going to be a game today. So there's a game today. So we're not going to go downtown. But I was thinking about going downtown. I was considering it. I was considering it. I was considering it. Anything you guys want to talk about? We got a lot of work done yesterday. I shut the live off early yesterday because I'm just going to explain this to y'all for everybody to understand what's going on. Okay, so that's the wrong one. So that's the wrong one. Hold on. Where did I put it? I thought I didn't. Where did I move it? Anyway, so this is one here. I was telling y'all about how I have external hard drives. So hold on. So I can explain to y'all what happened. One second. So this is one of my external hard drives, the one that I'm using right now. I got more than one. So basically what happened was I had to send away for this wire because you see this wire right here? I had to send away from this wire because I didn't know that I already had the wire because I needed the wire with this end. I thought both sides was like this. I guess, when I looked at it, I wasn't paying attention. So I had to go and order a new wire. I thought that wire was going to be coming in a couple of days or whatever the case is. But what ended up happening is while we was on the live, I actually realized that I already had the wire. So yesterday I was just spending time with getting a lot of stuff in line, making templates, so we can, get off to the races and do some of the stuff. Am I looking younger today? I'm looking younger, am I not? So we can get off the races and we could do a couple of things. What does the child mean? I don't know why you just wrote that. I was never a fan of Charlie Baltimore's. I didn't like her name, to be honest with you. And she came off to me like she was trying to. I don't like. It's unattractive to me when the chick trying to be a dude. Like that's just unattractive to me. I don't like that's just unattractive. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I don't think a woman has to act like a man in order to be strong. I that's messed up. That there's that in that misconception that a woman has to be masculine in order to show strength. I think that you can show a lot of strength and femininity. I think women win the argument with femininity more than they win the argument with masculinity, just so we can be clear. That's just my opinion, though. Think about sorry, looking at a thing. Brandon watched the happy birthday, Jack. You should see he spends all of his time with the people in here. So who really get him anything for his birthday? My thoughts: if the contact is good, then bless. Yeah, I do. I do basically spend. I don't have family. I have me. It is what it is. I try not to talk about it. I try not to think about it. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't really got family. I got me. I got God. That's what I got. I got God, and I'm content. Uh, I'm content. It is what it is. No, maybe I just look at it as like it is what it is, man. I'm blessed. I'm not complaining. I'm blessed. I'm very happy. Can my happiness improve and become more? Obviously, like who's can't? But I'm actually pretty happy. Every time I think about, I have somewhere to be where the people that stalk me can't watch me like 24/7 and shit like that. Like every time I think about, I'm outside somewhere and I'm getting stalked and I'm thinking about I got somewhere to actually go. You know what I'm saying? Like these are blessings. You know what I'm saying? Like These are blessings. So that's generally what I think about. Either how I'm not being stalked or how I got to get back inside so they can stop stalking me. That's generally most of my thinking. Be honest with you, that's generally most of my thinking. Shout out to Level Up. He said, "Happy birthday. Wish you blessings upon blessings. Appreciate you." Nah, I'm not saying that there aren't pretty people that got love for me. I'm pretty sure that there is, but the people that hate me is making it an active, uh, concerted effort to make sure that I'm all they see every day. Like I don't see nobody else but them. They're making a concerted effort that anytime I go somewhere where people might actually not have a problem with me, they make sure that they pay the homeless people to be there. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I go somewhere where people don't know me, they make sure that they pull up and tell people, "Yo, look at him, he's crazy, he's doing stuff. Look at him, I think he's stealing." They just so everywhere I go, make sure everybody hate me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. What it is, fam. So that's why I said I could come home. I'm not complaining. That's why I said I could come home, and that's it. I'm blessed. It's a blessing. That's a blessing. That's where you gotta look at it. Anyway, what y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Yeah, so that is what it is. I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm not complaining, just so we can be clear. I'm not complaining. I get it. This is just what my life is until I die. It's just what it is. I get it. I'm not complaining. It is what it is. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What up to the few? Dude, it's my birthday. We've been live for 56 minutes. Nobody even sent me $5, fam. So I appreciate your sentiments, Brandon Washington. But I'm 100% sure that I'm a little bit closer to the truth than you are, or closer to the thing that is real than you are. Just so we can be clear. I'm pretty sure that they're all good people out there, though. Don't get it confused. But I'm pretty sure I'm closer knowing what's going on in my life than anybody else. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. You can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. I'm not in no rush. It's my birthday. Believe me, I ain't got nothing to do, fam. When I get off of here, I'm probably going to work on the computer for a little while and then go to sleep and wait for tomorrow. I got to go outside at some point and get something to eat. So that's going to suck. But other than that, oh, I got a game. I got to go to at 3. So hey, so I hate going outside. Anyway, what y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Anything, anything that does not involve me, which I want to talk about, put it in the chat. Let's talk about something. It don't matter. What do I got as in the title? Let's see what I got in the title real quick. Derek Chauvin, Hassan Campbell, 10 toes down. I kind of weighed in on all of that already, especially with the Derek Chauvin. Pardon me, especially with the 10 toes down thing. He ran up on some dude outside that was talking crazy. I really need to stop all this crazy talk on the internet. Like, y'all guys just talk crazy. Like, y'all really need to stop it. For real, for real. I'm not wishing bad on nobody. But if y'all don't see what's currently happening, the shit that happened with Hassan, expect for shit like that to start escalating. Because what do you think is gonna happen when they find the people, or when it becomes public knowledge who the people are that did that to Hassan Campbell? What do you think is gonna happen? You know how many other kids is gonna can't wait to get their name on that list of people that shot a content creator? You know how many other people is gonna look for that fame? Nobody thinks about stuff like that. Nobody considers how many idiots exist in the world. I'm pretty sure they got a bet out to see like how long I live. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Anything else y'all want to talk about? I don't know. I don't know this morning. I might not be here for this morning. Anything else y'all want to talk about? This is just a hard time of the year for me, to be honest with you. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about? I think I'm just gonna go work on some projects. Got some stuff that I still got to get done. I think I'm gonna go work on some projects. To be honest with you. That's it. We done. I'm just gonna let y'all go. Everybody, just have a blessed day. Whenever you get the opportunity, try to treat people with kindness. Like whenever you get the opportunity. Shout out to Sons to Father, TV salute. Whenever you get the opportunity, because like I promise you, there are people out here that get no kindness at all ever. I promise you. I promise you, there's people that's just walking around, just going from one situation where people are just hating them to another, and there's nothing they can do about it. So whenever you get the opportunity to be kind to somebody, remember God wants us to be kind to one another. Like He wants that. Go do God's will for like a couple of minutes. It can't hurt. I'm gonna let y'all go. Have a blessed day. And if you get the opportunity to be kind to somebody, I hope you're wearing a smile, because like that's one of the best things anybody could do in the world. Treat another human being like they matter. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bowmans. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. That's all I got on this one.